On January 27, 1690, British Captain John Strong made the first recorded landing on the Falkland Islands. Approaching West Falkland, one of his officers noted a fox-like creature ashore. On departure, they took one creature, but during a battle with the French, the animal jumped overboard. This was the first recorded encounter with the mysterious Falkland Islands Wolf. The Falkland Islands, also known as Islas Malvinas, is a small archipelago around 300 miles off the coast of Argentina. This was the habitat of a strange animal. On this remote island, it was marooned for thousands of years, with seabirds and penguins to keep it company. In fact, these islands are home to 5 species of penguins. Every summer, more than 1 million penguins nest here. As Western sailors landed here, they encountered a dog-like creature. Strangely, the animals were very tame. They would even swim across to greet approaching boats. Commonly known as the Falkland Islands Wolf, or Wara, it roamed throughout the islands. In 1833, during the voyage of the HMS Beagle, Charles Darwin arrived on the island. The Falkland Wolf's presence on the island baffled Darwin. How did it end up in such a remote place, hundreds of miles away from the South American mainland? Darwin later noted, there is no other instance in any part of the world of so small a mass of broken land, distant from a continent, possessing so large a quadruped peculiar to itself. By the time John Strong first landed on the Falkland Islands in 1690, it was assumed to be uninhabited. So, any assumption that the Falkland Wolf was carried here by humans was doubtful. It was presumed that the animals made it to the islands by themselves. But how? Darwin called the animal Canis antarcticus. Its sides were reddish-brown or yellowish, with a wolfish head. It was 4 to 5 feet long. Yet, its legs were shorter than a wolf, and it stood only 24 inches at the shoulder. Although it had a wolf-like appearance, it was neither a wolf nor a fox. Strangely, it also barked like a dog. The species inhabited both islands. Even at the time, it was rare on East Falkland. Darwin noted that the animals of West Falkland were smaller, redder, and darker. But Bartholomew Sullivan, Darwin's shipmate on the HMS Beagle, stated there was no such difference. The Falkland wolf was the only predator on the island. Its diet probably consisted of birds, reptiles, or marine animals. With the lack of trees, they may have lived underground or among rocks. Darwin also made a grim prediction that the animal would be extinct within a few years. At the time, the Falkland Islands wolf was hunted for the North American fur trade. In 1839, the American Fur Company even sent a vessel to collect their skins. In the same year, there's a record of a fur store in New York with a large portion of pelts from Falkland. It's stated that the hunters nearly extirpated the species on the islands. By 1833, the islands were under British rule. It was mainly used as a resupply or repair port by passing ships. In the 1850s, sheep were imported to the islands in an effort to establish sheep farms for wool production. For the settlers, the Falkland Islands wolf was a threat. They even claimed that it sucked the blood of sheep. Although the Falkland wolf didn't pose a tangible danger, the government issued a bounty on them. Since the creature was tame, it was easy to kill. people lured it with meat and either knifed or clubbed it to death. Darwin's prediction was soon realized. By 1876, the Falkland Islands wolf was extinct. But the question lingered. How did they end up on these remote islands? One theory was that they traveled the sea on mats of vegetation or ice floes, which was blown off the South American mainland during the last ice age. Another theory was that they crossed over via a land bridge that connected the mainland to the Falkland Islands. Possibly, the animals made the crossing when sea levels were low, and as the ocean rose again, they got stuck on the islands. Yet, there's no solid proof that a land bridge actually existed. There's also a question as to why other mammals didn't cross over. The final theory is that prehistoric humans of South America, who probably domesticated the animal or were friendly with it, carried the animals to the Falkland Islands. A DNA study conducted in 2009 revealed that the Falkland Islands wolf was indeed a wolf, and that the closest living relative was the maned wolf, found in the South American savanna. And the divergence of Falkland Islands wolf from the maned wolf occurred over 6 million years ago. The research also revealed that the Falkland wolf and maned wolf shared a common ancestor 70,000 years ago, possibly reaching the Falklands before the end of the last ice age. Humans only arrived in the New World 20,000 years ago, thereby ruling out the idea that the Falkland wolf was brought by humans. The fact that the Falkland Islands wolf was isolated for so long didn't help either. Similar to other island species, they were naive and unguarded against predators, especially humans. Regardless of their mysterious presence on a remote archipelago, their disappearance can be attributed to early European settlers. Less than 200 years after they were discovered, the Falkland Islands wolf was driven to extinction.